Today, our first guest is...
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty.
Born on September 1st, 1933 as Harold Lloyd Jenkins, this country music singer was far better known by his stage name Conway Twitty. I remember the older ladies in my grandparents' bar getting all worked up when Conway Twitty would come on the jukebox. I love me some Conway. You would always hear one of my grandma's friends remark as his lady-crushing baritone bellowed out, "Hello, darlin," or "How I'd love to lay you down," which, by the way, lay you down not only changes key once, but twice in the lower registers. When I feel like most key changes that you hear go up, Conway Twitty took it down not once, but twice, and it's pretty damn spectacular. So if you've never heard that, definitely check it out. Conway Twitty fulfilled every musician's dream by dying on tour June 5th, 1993 at the age of 59, after playing a show in Branson, Missouri. His cause of death was an abdominal aortic aneurysm, also known as a AAA. Tabor's Medical Dictionary explains that the cause of a AAA happens as people age due to a combination of high blood pressure and atherosclerotic weakening of the arteries. Atherosclerosis is a buildup of cholesterol plaque in the walls of the artery, and it restricts blood flow. Additionally, aneurysms found in the chest or abdomen could also be caused by blunt trauma or by infection. I think, as a veteran, that since Conway Twitty was drafted into the military, there is the potential that his service could have contributed to his abdominal aortic aneurysm. But what is a AAA? An abdominal aortic aneurysm is an enlarging or bulging area in the lower part of the aorta, which is the major blood vessel that supplies blood to the body. An unexpected circulatory disturbance, such as the rupturing of a AAA, can be fatal if not treated prior to or immediately upon its happening. Etiology means the cause or set of causes of a condition or disease. Aneurysms can develop anywhere along the aorta, however, most occur in the abdomen, such as with Conway Twitty. Risk factors that contributed to the development of Conway Twitty's atherosclerosis and high blood pressure include tobacco use, as smoking is the strongest factor. And according to a 1979 article in People magazine, Conway Twitty did not take up his only vice, which was smoking, until he was 29. Unfortunately, the other risk factors for suffering a AAA are age, being male, being Caucasian, as well as a potential family history. AAAs typically develop slowly and without symptoms, and this makes them difficult to detect. However, Conway Twitty must have been experiencing either deep pain in his abdomen, his lower back, or have had the feeling of a pulse near his belly button leading up until his collapse. The three main ways a physician would have been able to diagnose Conway Twitty's abdominal aortic aneurysm would have been through the use of an abdominal ultrasound, a CT scan, or an MRI. And because they're difficult to detect without these three imaging processes, the Mayo Clinic suggests that any male between the ages of 65 to 75 who have ever smoked cigarettes should have a screening. However, Conway Twitty was only 59, but had been smoking for 30 years. So if you have been smoking for a period of time such as that, it's probably worth having a screening. According to an Associated Press article published on Friday, June 4th, 1993, Conway Twitty was on his tour bus returning home to Hendersonville, Tennessee, when around 6:30 p.m. the crew made a rest stop about 4 miles outside of Springfield, Missouri. When they returned to the bus, Conway Twitty was found unconscious as he had suffered the rupturing of his abdominal aortic aneurysm. WSMV-TV in Nashville reported that the musician was taken to Cox South Medical Center in Springfield to undergo emergency surgery, where he later passed away on June 5th in the company of his wife, Dee Henry, and some of his bandmates. It's unclear what Missouri funeral home embalmed Conway Twitty for transportation across state lines, but Conway Twitty was transported back to Tennessee and buried on Sunday, June 6, 1993, at Sumner Memorial Gardens in Gallatin by his family and private services. So this happened so quickly. within 24 hours, he passed away. He had to have been embalmed for transportation across state lines, either by driving or by air. And then he was basically buried the next day. So was this due to religious circumstances? Was this due to the rupturing of his AAA, creating a lot of visible blood on the surface of his skin, which would have been difficult to cover up with the embalming process? So a closed casket could have led to a rapid nature. I guess when you're super famous, you've got an estate attorney who can handle everything really quickly while your partner is in distress. I just feel like this took no time at all. It was a very rapid nature for such a successfully famous person. So, yeah, let's have a conversation about it, about the rapid nature that Conway Twitty was buried after his death. So a few days later, on Wednesday, June 9th at 2 p.m. at the First Baptist Church in Hendersonville, Tennessee, a star-studded memorial service was held for Conway Twitty. Journalist Sandy Davis expressed in her article published in the Oklahoman June 10, 1993, that the over 2,000-seat church was packed with fans and celebrities, including Conway Twitty's daughter Kathy, Vince Gill, George Jones, the Statler brothers, Ronnie McDowell, the Oak Ridge Boys, Tammy Wynette, Connie Smith, and Reba McEntire, who all spoke farewells in front of an altar bedecked with floral arrangements. Some of the musicians, including Vince Gill, the Statler brothers, Tammy Wynette, and Connie Smith, all gave performances in memory of their lost friend. The memorial services concluded with a final tribute by Reba McEntire. If you're interested in cemetery tourism, Conway Twitty's remains lie in a red granite vault under his birth name, Harold L. Jenkins. And if you're ever in the greater Nashville area, plan on stopping by to say hello, darlin. And even though he's gone, his music definitely lives on as country gold. I've been listening to it a lot lately, researching this. So there you have it, how an abdominal aortic aneurysm killed country legend Conway Twitty. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's talk about the Missouri Funeral Home, who embalmed Conway Twitty, why was he buried so fast, why did I say rapid nature so much when I was overdubbing that? I don't know, but I'll see you in the next video.